one of the things that tend to happen when you're finding yourself, spiritual awakening is it's like you go backwards, or you go through a stage where it's like everything is breaking. It's like everything is taken away from you. Literally everything. And I've read so many stories of that, and I used to think that I can just do it without experiencing like everything breaking or losing everything. But it's a common thing, a very common thing, And the weird thing is sometimes, depending on how your life has been, you go to the extreme, where you find somebody, they get like one terrible illness. Some get involved in an accident. Some, get divorced. You lose some family members or something, loved one. Like something just happened. Dr. Joe Dispenza says that there are two ways that we normally change. One is through joy, and the other one is through pain. And the weird thing is, the one where we're seeking this revolution, this change, this finding yourself, most like 99% of the stories I've had are just painful. Like people, like we just are unable. I don't say, but like we are not willing to go about it through joy. Like somebody can't just wake up and decide, now everything is working out. I'm good. I want to seek myself. Like very few people decide that. Like all of us is normally after a terrible thing that we're like, oh, I don't get this. I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much confusion. I'm in a depression. I'm sick. I'm not okay. I need to seek more. Like it's all. Most of them are just happening through pain. So there's always that stage where it's like an arrow. It's always pulled. It's pulled, backwards before it's released, to go. So in the same for this spiritual awakening or finding ourselves, you have just to go and break before again, you start making who you are. And the weird thing is, like everything changes. The friends that you used to have, it's like they all disappear. It's like everything is changing unless somebody matches your vibration. I found myself in a situation whereby I want to be with somebody, like I want them to be like a friend or close, but the vibration is not matching. They can't match your vibration. So you find that you're arguing a lot. You find that when they're talking, you're like, what are they saying? It's like it's like their way. It's like having a conversation with a child. Like you can't have a serious conversation. You're just joking. It's the same way. And it's not a bad thing, but sometimes you feel like they're pulling you back. So most of the friends, most of the people you hang out with, they all, you have to change them. Like you literally, sometimes if you don't change them, they just automatically change. But that's one of the ways, that you get pulled back. Another thing is another example. Let's say for example you build a building. It has a foundation. You build it, the walls and everything, the roof, and you want to build another one. You have to break. Even if you break the roof, you can't build another one. If you want a different version, you can't use the same walls. You have to break the roof. You have to break the walls. You have to break the foundation. That's the biggest. You have to go and break the foundation and then start from a clean plate. That's now where you start from, and you start laying the new foundation. The same thing with spirituality. You have to go deep down and clear all these things. So if you had, for example, you made a decision, I'm not going to get married, or I don't want to have children. When you pursue spirituality, understand this. that perception can be changed. You know, you can move from I don't want a family and find yourself in a family, find yourself loving, having your own children. You know, like things change. I told a friend, you know, that he's gay. I told him that, remember, if you pursue the spiritual awakening, you know, that gayism, you know, can disappear. You know, that I don't know if it's behavior or what, it can disappear. So the same thing applies. You know, you may have a perception, or you may have a belief about some people. You may have a belief about some things. You may say, you know, I'm not good at this. You know, our genes are like this. You know, this illness is in our family. You know, I've been this since I've been young. You know, I'm not good in mathematics. You may have all these theories that you've mastered. You know, there are no good people outside there. You know, when you pursue spiritual awakening, finding yourself, all these beliefs, you know, they are, all of them are going to be taken out. And that's why some people have to be taken away out of your life, because they're going to remind you of these beliefs. You know, so you have to be separated from these people, so that when you're starting these new beliefs, you know, when you are getting rid of this and starting new one, you know, there are no people around you to just continue, you know, telling you about these old beliefs. You know, so every belief is going to change. You know, every belief is going to change. You know, like some months ago, you know, I had a belief, you know, like, not a belief, I was a belief. I had like this interest, a goal, like the way I'd want my family to be, or my house, you know, where I'd want to live and everything. You know, if I compare what I had at that time and what I'm having right now, it's totally different. I still want to have a family, but that mind that I had, you know, is totally different. Everything has shifted. You know, I wanted some fancy stuff, you know, like fancy chairs, table, big screen, and all these things. I wanted to live in a big house and everything. And all that interest has disappeared. Now I just want, you know, to have a rustic, you know, bohemian style house. I'm okay with that. A minimalist lifestyle, I'm just okay with that. You know, all that interest I used to have has completely disappeared. You know, and you know, you can say it, sometimes you're faking it, but you're not faking it. Even diet, you know, I train a lot, so my expectation is I eat a lot of protein. You know, but now I'm finding myself eating fruits, vegetables. I'm still eating protein, but it's like every belief is just getting destroyed, or you have to get rid of it. You know, like literally everything that you used to have, you know, you have to get rid of it. You know, and my side of this is I've had people, you know, being like somebody experience these, I won't say an overnight, but a shift whereby a lot of these beliefs are taken out of them. You know, it's like somebody was having these negative beliefs, these and this, and then all of a sudden, you know, let's say for example a night, a week, they're just transformed to this other side, whereby then all these beliefs are totally different. You know, like I've seen people who have experienced that, like ease in changing beliefs. You know, for me that hasn't been the case. For me, I had to go one by one changing me. I'm still doing so. You know, for example, abundance. You know, I had to go on every piece of them and change them. My perception of abundance was money is abundance, and I used to believe that money is only abundance. But now you come to understand that money is not even among what is known as abundance. And money is just a representation of it. That physical money is a representation. Abundance is just energy. That's why you hear rich people tell you, I don't have cash. Yes, I'm rich, but I don't have cash. Why? Because it's not about the cash. You know, for us, we believe that when I hoard money, when I'm saving, when I have it, you know, that's what abundance is. But now spirituality is telling you that no, that's not abundance. Abundance is how I feel. You know, abundance is when I pay my bills. How do I feel? How do I respond to that, or how do I react to that? That's what abundance is. If I'm paying my bills and in my mind I'm like, when am I gonna get this money back? This is too much. Then that's not abundance. That's a lack mindset, pretending to be abundant, you know. So abundance is all about being in a position to feel whole, complete, you know, that even when the physical is, you are circulating the physical, you know, you're not afraid of it, because you know abundance is energy. And the weird thing is, the physical is just 1%, 99% is non-physical. So if I'm saying I'm abundance, but I'm afraid when I'm paying my bills, it means there's a problem, meaning 99% of me is not with me, that I'm abundant, you know. But if I'm really abundant, it means 99% of me believe that. Therefore, the physical has to respond always. That's so I had to deal with all these aspects. I had to deal with all these self-control, like one by one. To me, it's not been easy. One by one, I had to go deep and clear the foundation before I start implementing one by one all these beliefs, one by one. So some people may experience that instant, but for me, I had to go deep down. And it's a fun thing. As a matter of fact, I'd say it's better than going one by one, because I'm seeing this. For example, I'm reacting to something, I'm behaving, and I'm like, I don't like this behavior. And then I note it down. I say, I'm going to meditate on this. I'm going to work on this until I deal with it, you know. So yeah. So in short, you have to go back, dig the foundation from this house, take everything out, and then start from there. There's no any other option. And if you want to pursue spiritual awakening, find yourself, you have to go back and clear, you know, that land, take all these things in this foundation and start again. You have to go one by one, all these belief systems, and understand that you're not going to be the same person. No. As a matter of fact, you may meet a friend after an year and they're like, you know, you're not the same person, you're not eating the same way, you're not walking the same way, you're not dressing the same way, you know. Like right now, I'm shifting to the Bohemian style of dressing. And the funny thing is, I want it so badly. Yes, my ego is taking over and saying, well, what are we doing? You know, but I just feel like I want it. I just feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So somebody who saw me like a year ago, and then they're gonna see me in the next like weeks or month, they're gonna be surprised even the way I'm dressing, the way I'm talking, and all these things. But that's part of the journey. So it's part of the price that we have to pay. We have to go back, clear everything, so that we start over building the house. Yeah.